What's going on? How's everybody doing? Oh, a bit late. The hourly's already started. Fuck. This was a good entry here. Um, right off the rip. Well, let's hope it's not a good entry. Let's hope it comes back, and then we can get some kind of bottom wicks rebreaks the highs. But this looks this closure right above. Well, let's do a breakdown. Don't just jump into positions. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Sorry, it's the first time I'm turning on the charts since last night. We closed the charts, and yep, there it goes. I think it should just right up off the rip. Yeah, we closed the charts yesterday, and I went to see my pops, and I'm dead tired. I spent the night there, and then now we're back here. I came home. I'm probably gonna stream tonight and go back over there. Yeah, this is how days have been flying by. Definitely solid here on the closure of the candle above the most recent. I think there's not much range to the left here that should reject. Yeah, I see it's just a clean drive here. I think you closed above here on the 5 as well as the 15. Well, look at that. You know what? I don't know. You didn't really close above on the 5, but on my broker, it closed above. Oh yeah, it did close above. Look. Yeah. Nice little push up. 6 pips. Massive W. After 1 year, I'm finally back. Hustler's side. Welcome back. Oh shit, Zoom gang. What up, Zoom? Forgot about you guys. You shall not pass. It looks like it's passing. You shall not pass unless you a kidney stone. And be out. Out with you. Fuck. How's your dad's health? He's in critical but stable. It's a little worse than yesterday. Like if we had a meter, if there was a meter for health, the meter went a bit down from yesterday. Yo, chat, you know what's up on TV right now? Got a Messi. Messi and Di Maria are about to put up 9 goals on Canada today. Mark my words, 9-0 will be the score. Wix, do you know me? Your name's Pasha, probably. I know a lot of Pasha. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's do a little breakdown here. Let's get rid of everything we got going on. Daily's nice, strong, bullish closure on the daily. We're gonna come up today. We're gonna fill the daily wick. Just in what manner will it happen right now? We've created a bottom wick here on the 4. We're writing up. I think there's enough momentum. Just keep going. Yeah, that on the hourly. I think that might have been a pretty good entry. I don't know if it comes back or not, but let's see. Let's mark up some support and resistance. Resistance. Closed above, made a bottom wick, breaking the previous high here. This is interesting. We break it. Chat, I'm gonna take a buy right here. I think we should head up and fill the range. Taking a buy. Alright, I just market executed. We made a bottom wick here on the 5. We broke the previous 5 and we closed above on the hourly. I think we should fill the range up before any kind of rejection, which is also a daily wick fill. Excuse me. So that's what I'm going to look for here. Stops roughly 100 pips. So the initial 5 of that hourly closed bullish, and then we came down, made a bottom wick, and rebroke the previous 5. Got some clean range to the left here. And we have a lot of clean range if we end up driving. Because look at this to the left. That's a lot of range. Makes sense to fill the wick here on the daily. How's the 5 close in here? 5, not much of a top wick here, huh? That's a little tough. It's really close to the break of the highs. The daily can reject and come down, make a steeper bottom wick. Hasn't filled the range yet. Debating if I want to see a break even on this 5 or not, because there's a chance it could drop with no bottom wick on the hourly. I think that's what I'm going to do here, chat. I'm going to go break even here. If we tab break even, then we'll look for more positions later. But if we ride up, then we ride up. Yeah, I just put my stops to BE. Because there's no bottom wick on this hourly. I'm expecting a push through now. I'm not expecting a push through later. So I got no risk on here. Up about 8 pips at the moment. Once we re-break the highs, I'll probably close half my position. And leave a runner. But we're going to need to re-break the highs for me to manage. I'm at 8 pips. I want to see roughly this area 363. But we don't have a top wick on the previous 5, so it's a little tough. 7, yeah, it's roughly 15 pips here. 18 pips. Yeah, so this position here, it's right. It's at this point, it's house money. If it comes back, we're probably looking at the rebreak of the hourly low. There's a chance it comes back, it takes us out and then rides up, but I'm okay with that. I want this initial push, right? If we don't get this, I don't want to risk pulling all the way back down into range to create a steeper bottom wick for the daily, right? It's an unnecessary risk to take. Still early in the session here. Okay. I think if we had that trade off the opening, remember when I hopped onto the stream, I said that's a really solid closure here. We can probably take buys off the opening, and we were kind of off by the time we did a breakdown. It kind of drove already 7-8 pips, so we'd probably be around 15 pips in profit here and managing. I'm just looking for about 18 here, 16 here. We need a rebreak of the highs. We don't rebreak the highs, we can't do anything. Spread didn't fill your price you wanted. Yeah, I mean, me neither. But I just see some extra room up there. The thing is, you don't want price to play around here and make a decision. You want the decision to be already made and that decision to be bullish, right? But unfortunately, oh, we might get taken out here. Let's see. BE might get tapped. We're getting close. I'm like pip away. The 15 closed here, right? That's the 15 probably creating a bottom wick here. I'm just not sure if this is the 15 creating a bottom wick or is the 30 coming back down in range. Yeah, there it is. My BE was just hit, gang. Doesn't show it on. I don't know why. So BE hit. It tipped BE and it might flip, might run. Yeah. That's tough. It literally just tapped my BE. Is it me or it came down way lower on the broker? Oh yeah, it came down right here on the broker. Fuck you. Damn. That came down a lot on the broker. Wow, you suck. Yeah, it came down way lower on the broker. Well, what am I gonna do, chat? It took me out, right? And yeah, someone like, so give your position a second chance, break out of highs here, but the way it was printing before was all bullish every time frame. Now the break of the highs and a flip, that's us buying into a 5-minute bearish candle, right? Previous 5 resistance. And if we had a bottom wick on this hourly, I say, okay, we already grabbed orders on the higher time frame, we're coming up. We don't have orders here on the hourly, right? We're kind of just pushing up. And I'm not saying it can't drive through, I'm just saying I'm going to be a little more careful. And yeah, this could just be the bottom wick to continue up, but it could also be a pretty steep bottom wick to flip the hourly before it goes up, or it could flip the hourly and not come up. Right? The chance that once that 5 here closed bearish and didn't drive through to fill the range, with the previous 5 not having a top wick, I have to be a little careful. Now I got to wait for either this 5 to close bullish, another pull back down and a drive up, which will have a 5 bullish closure and a 15 flip then. But for now, we're just coming down. Probably as a bottom wick the way it looks, but I'm not going to risk that until I'm a little more sure. Music was loud as hell, right? Because it was bumping in my ear. See, now if we break the hourly high, I mean the hourly low here, previous 15 low, right? You create a bottom wick for the previous 15, and then we flip here, then we can take that. After we create that bottom wick for the hourly, right? The hourly is going to have to flip bearish, fail the drive, and come up. Do I think it's likely? I think it's likelier that we come down and make a steeper bottom wick for the daily. Why are you trading futures? No, I'm trading both. I'm trading both, but futures, I think, is the future. I believe the people of Forex will slowly trickle over into the futures space. See, now you have another 5 closing bearish. So now if the next 5 starts breaking the highs, is it driving up or is it creating a top wick to flip bearish into the range? You know what I mean? So let's see. Yeah, it looks like a 15 flip, right? It looks like this 30. Oh, this 30. So it looks like this 15 is going to flip and right up. But who's winning here, right? Is it the 5 and the 30 and the hourly, or is it the 15? Which one's creating the wick, the 15 or the 30? Ooh, looks lovely on the 15, right? Doesn't look that great on a 5, right? It looks like it could just create a top wick to flip us back down on the hourly and flip the range. When you first looked at the chart, you wanted to buy off the 8 p.m. candle, start of the 1 hour. Now this 1 hour didn't print bottom wick, so you took a 5-minute breakout and flip, yes. Which fell in line with my analysis off the hourly. So if we had that entry off the hourly closure when I hopped onto the stream, that gave us 18 pips. Like, we've secured some profits there. We're definitely house money, and we're probably in the runners here, right? But unfortunately, we had good entries here too on the break of the 5, but unfortunately it took me out. And if it comes up now, it's coming up under a different structure than, or differently than I intended, right? Price is printing a bit differently as it's coming up than I intended it when I wanted to be in it when it was coming up. So we'll see. Might get a 15 le candle. You got 7 minutes though. I don't know. Might just fill the range. I don't want to be part of a top wick. I don't want this to flip bearish now. It can drive all the way up, all the way through, but I just don't want to be part of the top wick if it does do that. And if it, if it drives through and rejects, then we'll look for a strong push down. Something like this. Yeah, that daily. The hourly was lovely. Hourly off the rip here. You don't need anything. You don't need a bottom wick. Don't need nothing. Did you close partials? No, I saw about 8 pips. I just went break even. It took me out by a couple of pips. Why no bottom wick as it had clean range? Because like I've seen it print like this before, and when a daily does that and you create this little wick, like I've seen this print before, and that's why I'm comfortable there with no wick. When the daily closes like this, you're gonna fill that daily wick. You've created a bottom wick on a daily and flipped. 4 hours closed bullish, and then the hourly created a range, bounced, created a bottom wick, bounced off this area here and closed above. This bounce here, you can pretty much, just because it's taken 3 candles, this is what's really happening, right? This is what's really happening here right now on these 3 candles. And you're filling out this daily range after you've closed bullish. Like I just don't need a bottom wick on that hourly. We're gonna fill this range. But the entry, the optimal entry, is right off the rip on that hourly. Otherwise, if it's not off the rip, you see, you saw me. It was like 4 or 5 pips already in it. We could have been in there, but if it's not off the rip, then it has to set up, and then the next 5 set up. 5 gave a top wick, next 5 gave a bottom wick. All right, we pulled back, another bottom wick. We're gonna drive up. Unfortunately, the 15 pulled back and took me out. But, you know what I mean? I'm not complaining. That's just how it works. But believe me, long-term, managing risk like that, long-term, it'll help you because you'll avoid a lot of situations where it'll just turn around on you. There's some situations where it's like market shouldn't come back to entry, and our entry wasn't optimal. So like optimal entry was opening of the hourly, the closure of the last hour, right? So it shouldn't come back there, but because that would also be the flip of this hourly candle. That's why that was the optimal entry. But we were kind of mid candle here on the 1 hour, right? But that's why I have to manage risk a little more because the entry was worse. But the idea is still the same, and look, it's doing what we've pretty much described. And I think maybe eventually over time I'll have more confidence in holding these areas just because I'll have more experience in seeing these play out, right? Just simple as that. Everything takes time. Everything takes time to develop. Remember, I'm not at my optimal self either. I'm trading for 6 years. should flip once we fill the daily wick, maybe, or maybe we fill the daily range, you know, for another 200 pips. No Uber tonight, Hank? I said no Uber tonight. Say, Uber, you crazy? I'm 40 pips a day. Keeps Uber Eats away. Bringing your asses back to Edmonton. Good. I hope you win one more. I want to see a game 7. The filling of the range. Uh-oh, Canada got a free kick. They don't have any talent. Nobody to take the free kick. Nobody except Davies. What about the LED? I got you. Oh, whoops, wrong color. I believe people will go to futures from Forex. I mean, that's the natural way of things. And that's where the US is right now, right? So that's the solution for US traders. So the 30 has closed. No top wick. Top of the range. If we were still in a trade here, I would be closing full right as we tap this line. This would be a full closure for me. 30, no top wick, no bottom wick. It'll typically come back to this to break the previous 30. You literally got to spend the time to figure it out. Yeah, because you got to spend the time to get to know yourself as well. So you aren't allowed to trade gold, but you do it. And we're not allowed to. Yeah, we're not allowed to trade it in Forex. Yeah, spot. We're not allowed to hedge. No, there's this, you're only allowed leverage. I think of like 1 to 30 or something like that. I don't remember. No, I don't think we're allowed to trade gold, period. Yeah, only futures contracts. We can trade Forex, but if you go into a regulated broker trading GJ, you're going to get hit with massive spreads. It comes with risks, and you like like the government. Like I'm telling you, I was looking up the the laws, the rules, the laws, regulations, and like you can get under a lot of trouble. You can get suspended forever. Like they can literally tell you you can never trade again. Get blacklisted from trading, from the market, like it's Vegas. I remember when I just met Don, we used to have conversations like this. I'd be like, yo, check this out. 5 pip stop. 150. I'd be like, look, what do we got to lose? If it's going to break the high, it breaks the high. It's only 4 pips. But if you take the sell, if this is the rejection point, he'd be like, you know what? That makes sense. The fuck is 4 pips? That's basically a break even. But if this rejects here, problem is you'll end up running into like 20 straight 4 or 3 pip losses, and you'll be like, damn, maybe that's not a good idea. Reminding you about the mods. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that next week. I'm sorry. Like I haven't done anything this week. I haven't been able to like work on reels. You see, I haven't really put up anything on IG in the last week or two because I've done a lot less signals. Just I haven't been able to fully concentrate on myself. Like making life and death decisions 12 hours a day. So yeah, she's trades aren't updated. Oh, session trades. Oh yeah, we got a BE. It's all right. I'll update it later. BE number 66 on the year. Oh shit! Look, it might have worked here. If we took a sell here. So many messages, so many thoughts in my head on answering them. Just gonna ignore it. So, as we said, right, the way the 30 closed, we're probably looking at the break of the 30 low and a drive back in range. Probably, not guaranteed. So many thoughts, yeah. So many thoughts, so little time. Blueberry, yeah, Blueberry's a regulated broker. You're regulated as long as you're, you know, you're legally working under a certain jurisdiction, right? You're filed with a jurisdiction as, you know, as a broker. As long as there's like a government agency regulating you, right? So Blueberry's regulated. It's regulated in Australia. So there are ways, you know, to, if God forbid something happens, you know, government of Australia will get involved. How did you say you could get banned trading in the US? Look up the, is it, I don't remember, the CFTC website or something like that. I forgot which website. Then there's, you can look up the rules and regulations on, you know what, hold on, I think I have it somewhere, because what I did was I went to ChatGPT and I gave it a very direct question. It was like rules and regulations on trading forex, United States government views on it, and just the what are the possible, you know, what's the liability for trading forex in the US for traders and stuff like that, and that's what it gave me as an answer. It brought up the statute or something like that, or the page in the statute in the rules or in the laws. But you can trade gold with Blueberry in USA, or aren't you able? Technically, you're not allowed. The responsibility, well, it's with both, right? It's with the broker, because they shouldn't allow US clients to do that, but it's also the responsibility is with the trader. Also, the trader is supposed to, the way I read it, it was the trader is supposed to know that, like, you're not supposed to be trading gold, you know, or CFDs on gold. That's your responsibility. Yeah, well, the thing is, you know, we have a lot of regulation because of the 2008 recession, right? And when we had the recession and, you know, the subprime mortgage crisis and the Dodd-Frank Act, that was one of the laws, or one of the rules written into it. You know, because Forex was deemed too risky for retailers, right? Or for retail traders, and it is, but the U.S. government didn't want retail traders to be taken advantage of, and it's, you know, so far that's where we're at. I don't know, Warrior. I do not know. The whole 30 range filled, 30 pip range. From the government, I'm here to protect you and serve you, even if you don't ask for it. Word. Can you put my seatbelt on for me? You need a pineapple, buy or sell? Well, what do you mean? Are you in a buy already or a sell already? Huh? If you need a pineapple, then a buy or sell is already determined. You know what I'm saying, Pete? No, I didn't hear anything about Texas. In sells execute on the idea, it could be the rejection point, stop loss right above the top wick. Oh, the one I gave you. So what'd you do? A 4-pip stop? That's funny. 4-pip stop, and you should be up like 11, 12 pips right now. No, it's good. Like, think about it. Like, all right, some people, they're like, all right, 4 pips, good, but I'll take that risk in order to see if we can ride down to the bottom of the range. We can, right? But typically in such bullish pushes, you'll retest the high before driving down. The secret is not getting into trouble. You guys don't need to make every single aspect of your life public. Want to see if we can get a bottom wick on a daily? We do have a bottom wick on a daily. But I'm with you there, though. I'm expecting a steeper bottom wick once this area is filled, right? If we don't break it here, I'm expecting a steeper bottom wick on a daily. You know what I haven't done, chat? I haven't really smoked. Oh shit, my camera's way off. Hello? Yeah. Hello from Germany. Guten Tag. Was that earlier trader BE? Yes, it was a BE. What's a VPN? That's the new ICT strategy. Wow, Canadians? Ah! You suck. It should be like 2-0 Canada. They're able to get into the Argentina penalty area. Couple of nice shots. They can't hit it. Can't get nothing on goal. That's terrible. Yeah, watch. Just for that, Messi's gonna score. Hope you secured some profits on there. On those sells. Let's see, gang. Let's see. He's a marketer. Selling his. You talking about me? I don't have a course. What are you talking about? Definitely talking about me. No course. Made your hourly salary in a couple of 15-minute candles. So you made your hourly salary in 30 minutes. Boom. Doubled your paycheck. You pulling up tomorrow morning for the New York session? I don't know. I want to, but I was at the hospital last night till the New York session, basically. But I will try. Yeah, if depending on how tonight goes, I will try to make the New York session. 5 minutes here left for the 4-hour closure. Fill in the range. Wow, this on the higher time frame. This is so interesting. I'm gonna redo these on the closure. Falls in line with the most recent overall too. Yeah, so let's see if we can get price to close above the most recent. This gets a little tough here though, because there's a chance this drives straight through. And what I mean straight through is it can take a few hours to drive up, but it's never going to come back down. But personally, I would like this to come back down. You know, quick drive, 23.56, maybe an hour or two from now, we close back above 23.64. I would like to take that. You don't think it needs liquidity? I'm just looking at what happened here previously, and we tend to just drive through this area. See, drive straight through here, drove straight through here, drove straight through here. Whenever we head up, it just drives straight through. Even on the way down, just fucking plummets all the way through that area. So I don't think it needs to grab many orders. It's just free range. Needs to close above though. It also doesn't mean that it's not going to come up here if we don't close above. It just means maybe we need to wait an extra 5 or 15. Are you planning on going long? I would like to have some buys if we can just push up a little bit. Huh? Did we close above? Huh? I don't know. Nah, we did not close above there. Do we need that hourly bottom wick? Well, you didn't close above. You need that closure above. We didn't close above, but remember the higher time frame range is much steeper, and we still closed massively bullish. But what happens when you start seeing candles like this, chat, right? Typically, when you see a big candle like that, you're not going to see massive candles. You're going to see, once you start seeing, well, let me bring that back. That's not true. When you see candles like this, and then all of a sudden you're seeing candle like this, a small one, it's indication that the market will start to slow down. Okay, so look for at least a couple of candles. So look, you see a massive push, small, small, then you get another massive push. So for a few candles, you get a massive push, small candle, yeah, market will typically slow down. Massive push, small candle, market will typically take a couple of candles. Right? Just how it seems to work. If you have a small candle after a big push, you'll typically see the market slowing down or ranging. So you need a breakout. Clearly needs to break out of range, out of zone. That's it. We get a ride down here, 58, 56 areas, and the closure back above. Gonna be in there like swimwear. I had a great WTF trade. What's WTF? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Damn. It's a long time. Yep. Spain beat Italy today, 1-0. This is the Sports Center part of our stream. he meant like, why the fuck would he get in there? I know what he meant. Looks 9, goddammit. But Germany's warm-up jet. Germany always, year after year, has like one of the best uniforms. But you know who's... Oh, shit. We about to push up. Pushing it. Pushing it. Shit. Well, we're still below this price. Hold on, gang. Now, I know we lost the first game, chat. I know we lost the first game. But I think tomorrow, Ukraine makes amends. I think tomorrow... Oh, I just zipped up my beard. That was weird. I think tomorrow... What do we got? Slovakia? I think Ukraine takes this tomorrow. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Looking for a wick entry or flip entry? No, I'm not looking for buys here until we close above 2364. Got a level that runs across there. So if we can come back down to 2356 and close back up above there, right? Because that seems to be the area where the market drives up from. Well, especially on the most recent, right? This is where we came back to then fill the range up. So maybe we can, you know, if we get these closures later on, then you could just look for something like this. Yeah, chat. If we run the morning stream tomorrow, we're gonna be watching Ukraine get their first W of the Euros. Who's the favorite for Euros? I would say, I think the French, right? Aren't the French the favorites this year? I think coming into the tournament, it was Belgium and France. Ukraine had ballers a few years ago. Remember Shevchenko? Yes, but Ukraine has way more ballers today. Way more ballers today. When Shevchenko played, he was the only one that's ever that was on the team that was outside Ukraine, that was playing in like the Premier League. Right now, the entire starting lineup plays for the Premier League, and their goalie just won the Champions League. The Ukraine striker is the #1 striker in La Liga in the entire Spanish league. He's the #1 goal scorer in the entire Spanish league. So Ukraine has way more talent than the team has ever had, and they're one of the most talented teams on paper. They have $100 million strikers and defensemen and goalies, right? But I think the favorites for the tournament were Belgians and the French. England is a strong team. Strong team on paper. Incredible. I like England. Ukraine will do nothing. Well, we'll see. They lost 3-0 to Romania, right? Round 1. Even though on paper Romania has one person that plays in the European leagues, and Ukraine has the entire starting lineup playing. But I'm just looking by like FIFA rankings. I think Belgium has and France have the top rankings for the tournament. Belgium is things like #4 in the world or so. Ukraine got some athletes too. Yeah, we got the top. Ukraine is #1 for boxing in the world. Between Usyk, right, and and you know what's crazy? It's crazy about and Loma, yeah, and Loma, Usyk and Loma. But what's crazy about it is like they're all principled, like, right? When the war started, every single one of them went back, served their time in the Ukrainian army, and then came out and like, right? They did their due diligence. Lomachenko changed the sport. I don't even want to talk about Loma. Loma was legendary. He's a legend of the sport. Because Loma was so far ahead of his time that boxers like couldn't understand what the fuck he was doing, and then they started to emulate him, and like every boxer now tries to learn Loma's footwork. He's had a massive effect on the industry, on the sport. Ukraine striker has more value than the whole Romanian squad combined, yeah, and they still lost. But that happens, right? Like shit like that happens. I think it was a fluke. I think Ukraine wasn't, not that they weren't ready. I think they were out um outplayed physically. I don't think they were physically ready. I think the Romanians are in better physical shape than the Ukrainians. I think the Romanians were the way they were pressing, and like they had a good game plan. Their coach had a great game plan based on the fact that they don't have as much talent, but they're going to be physically stronger and they're going to press, and that's where they got them. So they approached the game with a good game plan, really good coach. Got beat. Yeah, absolutely. Ukraine definitely get beat. I think Romania outclassed them in that first game. Flipping the tape right now. So that first 15 of the new hourly, a new 4 hour has closed bearish. No bottom wick. Could get interesting. Anyone take buys? And stuck in drawdown now? Anyone hold the buys that we had? Damn, Hank. Now let me ask you a question. Are you in drawdown because of an old habit? Right? Is this like something that you used to do before and you decided to do it again and now you're in drawdown? Or is this something new that you're sample sizing? Just your typical day? I got you. Did they score? Oh shit. Argentina's going to take a penalty. I think there will be a penalty. No, they're going to give them a goal. I think Argentina just scored a goal. 5 closed above before the 4 hour closed. But you were so close to that. You were so close to that 4 hour. Right? Let it give you the more important data, the stronger data, right? That 4 hour, like even if it drove through, you had the next 4 hour to take advantage of it. It's like, you know, like these are the times where you have to remember it, and then realize, hey, like I don't know, old habits don't open new doors, right? You're gonna have to get rid of some old habits, right? You can't like pick up new ideas and be like, all right, I'm moving on just with new idea. But like some old stuff has to go, right? It has to replace some of the new stuff has to replace some of the old ideas, because sometimes they're valid, but you need new ideas to make them valid. But sometimes the idea is completely invalid. That's why I believe you got to eliminate things in order to evolve sometimes, right? So, as I said, old habits don't open new doors. Can the 4 hour drive down after creating a top wick? Sure. If this 4 hour closes bearish and then by 1 a.m. you get a top wick on the next. I think we'll see it play out on a smaller time frame. Taking a pineapple on this 15 flip, I would say that is a legit pineapple. Previous no bottom wick, you've closed above this little support area. The tough part is you probably want a smaller time frame, any, to close bullish, right? Because you're not just taking a wick entry moving up, right? As the market's moving down, you've hit a resistance. So you're kind of not a wick entry, you're taking a flip entry, but you're taking a bottom wick of the 4 hour here, right? So as you're taking that bottom wick of the 4 hour, yeah, I know it's the 15 flip. Previous 15 had no bottom wick, so and you closed above, you have things going your way. But if you can also get a smaller time frame to close bullish before you take that, it's just an extra confirmation. Problem is sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't get it. Sometimes it's just straight up, right? Did someone say pineapple? Who lives in a pineapple next to the beach? Wicks 9 inches. But it's good. Look, it spent the first 7 minutes of this 15-minute candle creating a bottom wick. Maybe it spends the next 8 driving straight the fuck up. Hold on, Chad. Hold on. Hank's clicking bye-bye. How did that 5 close? See, that 5 closed bearish. Still bearish momentum. Yeah, it flipped, but 15 flip, but the 5 closed bearish. This looks like a position for the hourly. Couple of things. You don't want to form, if you're looking for sells, you don't want to start forming a support here, right? You don't want to start getting these bullish, small time frame bullish closures, right? It's going to make your life a little bit difficult, right? You don't want this, but what you do want is the market to show you this, but not close like this. You want it to show you this. You want it to start pushing up here, but then not be able to close bullish and flip. If you're able to do that on the next hourly, I think you'll see it ride down and grab some more orders. The key is you need to come back up and retest the highs in some fashion. And when I say the highs, it doesn't need to be the actual high. It could be the shoulder high, right? So it could be this high. Okay. So if you're able to close, let's say on the hourly below the most recent, and then you're also able to get some version of a top wick, whether it's in the shape of a few smaller time frame candles coming up, or if it's in one fell swoop just to come up, just to reflip bearish. This bearish flip is yours to here as the advantage point, to here as the runner. Okay, but you're going to need that closure back into a range here. You're going to want to tap the highs here. And like I said, not the overall highs, but could be the shoulder highs. And back down. What you don't want is to start forming this, right? Because if you start forming this on like a 30, the hourly, it's going to be a lot harder than to just drop down here and take positions. You're going to need to then, right? You're going to need to see, because as it starts doing this, there's a chance once it comes down here, it flips bullish on you after doing this. So you're going to need to see the market tap that area, strong push down again, right? They would just take a little extra time. You need a strong push down again. And if that happens and the shoulder is already tapped and you're back down in that range, you don't need a very steep top wick, right? So if you come back up and you already tapped this area, the wick, once you close back below here again, you don't need that top wick. You just need this area, right? Small top wick, boom. That's what you're looking at. But it's all going to take time. And yeah, if it doesn't set up, like, remember, like, there's markets open all the time. Like every few candles, your position could set up. Whether it's every few 15, every few hourly, every few 4-hour candles, still every few candles you'll set up. So be patient. Let me take this off. It's getting hot. $30 seconds here for the 30 closure. Tap that, came up, tap that. Let's see. Maybe we could get a steep top wick right now. Maybe we hold support. It's getting hot. No, I'm just so used to working, I'm just so used to my Chippendales job that, like, I just gotta take shit off. Yeah, this, you know how some habits reflect in other aspects of your life? So I moonlighted Chippendales, right? And the shit's just, I got hot for a second. It's just a reflection of my moonlighting. Chippendales is crazy. Hey, bro. Cars are expensive. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yo, I don't know who took that idea to have a sell here with a 4-pip stop, but if any of you took that idea that we had with a stop above this candle, congrats. In that, yeah. I mean, what was it? It was 4 pips, 5-6 pip stop for like possible 120. You did, but you went BE too early? Oh, yeah, it came back. It depends where, because it came back up here, but yeah, it depends where you entered. Keep talking like this, no way I'll put you on administrative leave for it. What do you mean? What you mean? What you mean? Don't know what you mean. Chippendales? Yeah. It's our first date. It's our first date, baby. Damn. It's that fuck yo top wick. We just gonna come down right now. Got the long up and the short down. Congrats. Nope, no sells for me here. We closed below on the 5. Opened up, no top wick. Straight down, no sells. Oh, wow. Did anybody just see that? Messi, you fucking scrub. What the fuck was that? That was the worst I've ever seen him do inside the penalty box. That was a sellout move. What the fuck? Kick the damn ball. Cara Messi, cara Messi, cara Messi. Okay, so on the higher time frame, if we look at this on the hourly with the 25 minutes we have here on the hourly, can we come down a bit further, leave a steep wick? This turns into that previous area of resistance, right? That we've had, right? So if on the higher time frame, then you're able to come up to that area. Once the hourly closes, we will look for a bearish flip on the next hourly. Ideally, though, this can drive through much further. We want a steeper wick. We want a wick like this for the hourly closure and a pullback. So next hourly, we can retest that low. So you want a wick like this. This way on the next hourly, top wick, you're coming down here. You're gonna feel this. You must, wow, yeah. So you must close below this area as well. Close below there, top wick to here, and we're heading down. Wow. And that would, look at that, right? If we break that high, if we were able to tap 2360 here, that would give a top wick for the previous. Right, so if this 30 closes below, that would give this 30 a top wick. Argentina, Canada 1-0. Yeah, I know. Argentina scored early. Well, early. Not early, but earlier. I was watching it. It was an okay goal. The ref is wilding out. He's yelling at everybody. It's crazy. They've had a shot. Yeah, they could have scored a couple of times. It should be like 2 or 3-1 to Canada if they were able to put it in the net. See, Hank, I would say this bullish closure is a bit higher probability than the flip that you would have looked at over there on the 15. because you've faked out, you've closed back in range, and you're expecting that flip, right? You're expecting that closure back in range to give you the flip. Now you're still behind probability-wise until that flip, but I think it's a little better quality, higher quality entry on here, waiting for that first bullish closure. Like you're still likelier to come down here based on the structure, right? Based on the higher time frame structure here. But your better probability for that pineapple would be probably that closure back in range. It gives you a chance to come up and fill it up to here. That's 18, 19 pips, and if you were like 18, 19 pips in drawdown here, you're probably looking at a break even. But overall, I gotta say, like, you're still likelier to come down here, just based on the higher time frames. And I actually might be, I thought about getting in a position there if we actually broke the lows here. If we were able to re-break the current candle lows and then flip bullish, I would have taken this flip. We tried to drive down and couldn't and flip, I would be in right here. Expecting the 30 to flip here and eventually the 4 hour to flip, right? But we didn't get that bottom wick, it's just driving straight up. Should have stacked more at 8 pips from my stops. Well, that's the thing. You have to catch yourself thinking that in the moment that's happening. That's what's so difficult. That's why I say making high quality decisions, making clear decisions. You're like, all right, I would have like, oh, what am I not on a clear head? I can think right now just as I can think when I don't. But trust me, that makes a difference. When you're fully rested and you're clear on a clear head, no emotions, that thing when you're saying, damn, I should have stacked at 8 pips, it plays in your head as it's happening, and you start weighing it of whether it makes sense at that moment where you're like, well, if I stack here, it's highly 8 pips, nothing but highly likely, you know, based on probabilities, this comes up here, and I'm already in a position. This just makes sense, you know, like it just works way quicker in your head, right? But clear, you know, when I say clear head, like everybody, I can make, you know, I make the same decisions now, 5 hours from now, after I drink, when I smoke, but like these nuances being able to catch yourself in the moment and analyze the probabilities in the moment while it's playing out, and then make the high quality decision of where it makes sense to get in, where it makes sense to stay away, right? It's hard to do that, and it's hard to do that once or twice, but then if you guys sitting on the charts all day and trying to do that, like it's you're not going to be able to. You burn out. Done for the session? All right, hang. See you, bro. I don't know how the fuck they do that. The Argentinian goalkeeper, he just kicked that fucking ball from his own net all the way to the other net. I can barely get that shit to like the midfield circle. How the fuck they kick like that, yo? It's crazy. Thumbnail's funny. Yeah. You know what? That thumbnail has been like in the safe since March, I think. I've had that thumbnail in my back pocket since the end of March. I completely forgot about it. Like I got home very late. I was like, fuck, I gotta do it. This is tough. Careful, that 15 closed bearish, still below range. I don't know about this 30 flip. 5 looking lovely though, but it could be a top wick to come back down, right? That's why if you were looking at positions, it probably would have been the previous candle over there. This way you have an advantage point to here. I'm just not looking for positions here. On his Pepe? Isn't Pepe a player from Belgium? Oh, Portugal. Portugal, that's right. Portugal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a fucking idiot. Belgium. Sorry, soccer world. Don't get mad at me. Like, I got an army of angry soccer fans right now yelling at me. Portugal! Lukaku from Belgium? Yeah, I know. I know. USA now have a team? Well, they've always had a team. They were just never really good. Now they have a really young team, so hopefully by the next generation, we can be good. Oh, shit. Argentina about to score. Nope. Yellow card. Messi's finished? You know what? I would like to be his version of finished. Shit. I want to be that finished. Where are you watching? FS1. Fox Sports 1. Messi gonna free kick the shit out this ball right now. I've always liked Argentina's jerseys. I've always liked it ever since. Oh wow, that should have been a goal. I always liked them since the Maradona days, but oh, that's offside. Di Maria should have taken that kick. That's what it should have been. That should have been Di Maria's kick. But you know whose jerseys I like also, besides the Germans and their alternates? I like the Croatian jerseys. I like that whole checkered look. I like that. He missed 3 clean goals. Yeah, Messi should have had about 3 in this game. I also don't like the fact that Ronaldo plays a forward now. He was much better at the wing than at the forward position. Because all he does now is they try to feed him for a header. That's basically all he does. He sits in the middle and looks either for a rebound or to get fed for a header. That's it. But like as a winger, like he was on the ball more often, so we got to see more of his natural talent. He just needs, like, right? It's a different skill set playing a forward and a winger. Messi injured? What do you do? He hit his leg? Bro, he can buy a new leg mid-game. We good? See, and that's what we were just talking about. Be careful here. I don't know about the sturdy flip, but the 15 closed bearish back in range here, or below the range here, so we're probably still going to come down. He's not as speedy as he used to be. I doubt he'd still be effective on the wings. I think he would still be effective, but I think his career would be a lot shorter if he was, because it's different skill set. It takes a lot more out of you. I think there would be a lot more injuries, or he would be defended a lot better because, like as you said, he's gotten slower, right? So I think that's a valid it's a valid opinion, statement. I think, are they the favorite to win the Copa America? You know who's got a great fucking team? Colombia. And I don't know if it's because they get paid in powder or if they're on the powder on the field. But yo, the Colombians are killing it. Maybe the fucking the midfield line is made out of powder. I don't fucking know. You seen that big circle in the middle of the field? I figure the Colombians just put a whole pile of cocaine on there, and they're like, all right, game start. Party at midfield. Just got the Colombian team, they put out a whole big green grass field and shit, and then they send out the Colombian team to draw up the lines. They're like, all right, guys, we need you to draw up the lines for the entire field right now. When the Colombian soccer team walks out onto the field, nobody questions what's in the book bags. Nobody questions what's in the duffel bags. Oh, it's just soccer balls. Yeah, whatever. Uruguay is not better than Colombia. No way. Maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Maybe when Suarez was fast enough to pull jerseys and shit. What's actually in the bags, though? What you mean? How do you think they paint the field? Or biting ears, yeah. Suarez is a certified ear biter. Handball 2010 World Cup. Was that worse than Maradona's Hand of God, or Thierry Henry's handball to get France into the World Cup? Which one was worse? I think Thierry Henry's handball was terrible. There goes 2-0, and it ain't Messi. Martinez. Ghana was pissed, I know. Forlan was a dirty player. I didn't like Forlan. I don't understand why people like football if you don't win anything with it and not sporting yourself while watching. Because we get to talk shit about football because we're in a range. I am waiting on the 1 hour closure, yes. 3 minutes. I gotta tell you, Argentina beat Canada 2-0 here. I can't say that they were a much better team today. They really played pretty evenly. Like it could be like a 2-2 or 3-3 game. Considering the fact that Canada has no superstars, maybe Davies, that's it. But Argentina's just built on superstars. Pretty even game. Not a bad game for Canada. 2-0 loss. Result sucks, but overall, I don't think it's a bad game for Canada. Just the luck of the draw. Argentina. Daly has a bottom wick now. Seconds for this hourly. It's to the bottom of the range here. 15. I don't have any positions here. No, nothing. I need to either come up with a steeper top wick or we need a closure below 23.58 and a top wick to 23.60. Netherlands versus France tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching the Ukraine game, 9 a.m. Looks like wicks don't like cricket. I love crickets. Crickets are the best. Fuck out of here with cricket. That's something Raja watches. That's a Raja sport. Free kick. It's the 95th minute. I don't give a fuck if it's a penalty. The result ain't changing. Indian population is in multi-billions. Yeah, and the Chinese. What is there? Is there only like 8 billion people in the world? What's your bias of the day? Well, for the daily, I'm bullish. Look at this fucking daily push up. I'm bullish for the day. But we're in the pullback range / range session, right? For the Asian. It's the beginning of the daily candle. The only food I love from USA is hot dog. Oh, damn. You snacking on them glizzies, dog? It's alright. I drink glizzy water whenever I fucking have a losing streak. Don't deserve any more. Glizzy water it is. And Glizzy Bandit. Glizzy's hit the spot sometime. Yeah, if you got that American mustard. And that Heinz relish. I prefer the ketchup water instead. The thing that sprays before the actual. Oh, the pre-ketchup? The pre-ketchup? Nah. Pre-ketchup is wild. Can't hang out with you guys. I can't take you guys nowhere. Shit. I can't. We go to a Michelin star restaurant and you order glizzies and it's over. Can't take you nowhere. Yo, when is the US playing? Is the US playing tomorrow? It's only one game for Copa today? Falling asleep in your chair, turn off Zoom? Alright. Who else is in the clubhouse? Minus 60. Oh, damn. Clubhouse taking a beat. I'm just curious to see if we can reject this area right now, 2360, and drive below 2358. If we can do that in this first 15-minute candle. If not, I'm going to call it a session. Pineapples and pizza go together like ice cream and pickles. Pretty much the same thing. Mango lasagna. Y'all about to get kicked the fuck out. Mango lasagna. Ice cream and pickles. Like, that's some pregnancy shit. That's some shit you ask for when you're pregnant. Like, when you get those wild cravings. Your girl ever ask you for sweet potatoes and jello? You better go buy a pregnancy test or something. Fries and ice cream, but I've seen plenty of people do that in America. Like, they're fucking ratchet. Because you can put salty and sweet together, right? And it'll fucking taste like $1,000,000, and it'll also taste like a really expensive doctor bill eventually. I fuck with some fried ice cream though. Yeah. Is that 15 flipping coming? It's so tough here. You think that 15 break at a lows take you to the bottom of the range, right? But you have 10 pips flat to the bottom of the range. And you also want the closure below here. Yeah, it's tough. Yo, Speed, what are you posting over here? What is this in the clubhouse? What is that? Oh, why you delete it? Just trying to figure out what you posted. Ooh, what a closure on the 5. Above the most recent, a little friggin' gladiator candle here. It's gonna drive up to the top of the range here, 2360. Massive push here for 3.5 pips. Pro just called me ratchet. Yo, hold on. What did you post, Beef? Hold on, let's see.
Market mechanic, we got room, said Broom.
What the fuck is going on? That's from yesterday. No one's screen lit up. That wasn't my Discord. My Discord's muted. See, so if we were looking, or if you were looking at pineapples as we just discussed, right? This versus this. It gave you your, how much? 18? Yeah, that's what we said, 18. Probably need about 6-7 more pips. Whoever took these buys up here. I think we pointed this out, right? That we want to come back to this area because that's where the market drives up from. Right? Well, actually, no, drives up, drive through. Kind of tapped it here. But until this hourly closes, I can't take buys and I can't take sells until we're below here. I can take buys if the hourly actually flips, comes down here, and then comes back up above 2360, 2361, 2360, I'm sorry. I can do that if we were able to now flip on the hourly, flip bearish, right? And then do something like this, right? If we can come down during this hour, let's say on this 30-minute, and the next 30 or next 15 is able to come back up above the range there, then I can look for buys. We're able to do this. But I can't look for buys as we're coming up here. It's going to need to, the hourly is going to need to close, because until it closes, this is just the top wick for the hourly to continue down. And the 15 just closed with no top wick, right? So there's a possibility this comes straight down. But it's a range. It's a range. You're bouncing in between ranges. Now, your first time through a range, you can take it to drive through to your advantage point. Your next time through a range, you can take it to fill the range, right? To retest the high or low. But after that, what are you doing then? You're just squeezing, right? You're just consolidating until the next push, and that's what it looks like right now. It's consolidating for the next push, because every time frame is giving you, you know, different things here. 4-hour bottom wick or 1-hour top wick, right? or 5-hour bottom wick, 15 bottom wick, or a 30 top wick, right? So different time frames telling you different stories. Wait to now that you've tapped the top, tap the bottom of this range, wait to get out of this range and then continue to drive, or to close back in that range. All right, chat, I'm gonna call it a session here. We're ranging. I'll try. There's a better chance of me doing New York session tomorrow than there was today, because I needed to be in the hospital all night yesterday. I couldn't leave Pops. But tonight, I think he's got different procedures going on, and some of the stuff was already done yesterday. So I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna need to be there all night. The problem is, you know what it is? He's a lot calmer, and he lets them do all the procedures when I'm there. I'm able to communicate with him and, like, you know, calm him down and all that. But like when he doesn't see me, he panics, and like he's just not as comfortable doing procedures. So that's why I had to be there all night yesterday. But tonight, I don't think he's got a lot of stuff going on. I think like all his tests are due tomorrow, or are done for the day. And if they are, I'm gonna go see him right now. And if I come back early, we'll run a New York session stream tomorrow, right? Do we have news coming up in the morning? $945. Flash manufacturing PMI, flash services PMI. Okay, PMI at 10. No, that's existing home sales at 10. PMI 945. But I honestly, the last time we had this 945 and 10, we didn't have positions till after 10. Remember that? So you're right in that. Wix, can I ask you something? You just did. That was a question. So yeah, if there's not much going on at the hospital, like, I will run the New York session to close out the week. Hopefully we'll get some news trading done tomorrow. Yeah, if not, then I'll definitely see you guys in the, oh no, wait, tomorrow's Friday, so this is our final Asian session for the week, right? If you're part of Asian Gang, if you don't show up in the mornings for New York session, I'll see you guys next week, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, to start the week. And if you're in a private session, right, if you're in Wix's table or if you're in the Signals group, then I'll see you guys on Sunday. You'll have access to the Sunday private session. And if all's okay for the evening at the hospital tonight, oh, okay, if all's quiet, because it's not really okay, then I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning on this channel for our New York session. All right, I would like to run the New York session tomorrow. All right, gang, that's the stream. That's the session. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Mods, I see you, Javier. Mods, we'll select new mods on next week. Let me just get this week over with. It's been a really hectic and heavy week for me. It's been a very, very tiresome week for me, just overall, everything else in my life. So we'll add new mods on Monday or Tuesday. I think we'll do this next week. Mods will give me a few more suggestions in the clubhouse, in the YouTube mods chat. I appreciate all the prayers and well wishes. Definitely do. It's all worth something to me. It's definitely valuable to me. Zoom gang, I'll see you in the clubhouse. Again, love and wisdom to you all. And as for me, gang, my time here is up. All right, so just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody. Hasta la pasta.